don't know. Up to you. I'm going to be pretty much where I'm sitting now. This is where I'm going to be. We're getting some additional amplification. It's going to happen here. We'll see how that. It might. Well, yeah. Well, this is the microphone. It's okay. Here comes the microphone. Oh, we're getting fancy now. Okay. Right. So put this like this. Wow, we're getting quite a crowd today. Welcome, welcome. Hare Krishna, Divya Darshini and Rama Avatar have just arrived, and Tirtharaj and family are here all the way from, we could say, all the way from Spain. And now we have this amplification, which is a little strange, but okay. Yes, and welcome to all of you online. We are doing what we usually do this time and this place. Hare Krishna. There's more room this way. If some of you move more this way, then there's more room behind or in front somehow. Yeah. And if it gets too warm, this fan can go at a higher speed. Oh, thank you. Just received from Bhakti Niyaka. Smells nice, huh?
You don't like balance, so.
She explained. Daya explained why she brought this. She said, you don't like garlands, so ta-da. It's funny. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. And probably you, and if not you, Gauramitra can tell us what the name of these flowers are. Where did Gauramitra go? He was here a second ago. Diklama. Diklama. Okay. Nice. Yeah. Maybe we should have some diklama in our garden here eventually.
It's a forest flower.
Huh?
It's a forest flower.
It's a wildflower. Well, we can preach to the forest. Okay. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Bhadan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaudavani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Hey Krishna karuna sindhu dinabandhu jagatpate gopesha gopika kanta radha-kanta namostute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So on this fine August day in Slovenia at Sadhanasrama, we can begin with our reading of songs, reading and singing of songs of Srila Narottama Das Thakura. And before we proceed with today's song from Prarthana, I guess song number 6, a little review of the song from last week, verse number 3. Swarup Sharupa Shonatan Rupa Raghunata Bhatta Juga Tahate Nahoilo Moramati Dibba Chintamani Dham Brindavana Hanostan Se Dham Nakoino Bashati. My mind, says Narottama, refuses to think of Srila Sharup Damodar Goswami, Srila Sanatana Goswami, Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, Srila Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, and Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami. I decline to make my residence in Vrindavan Dham the abode of transcendental Chintamani gems. It struck me there's a bit of irony here, because as he's saying, my mind refuses to think of, and then he lists the devotees. Of course, what is he doing? He's remembering these devotees. So he's saying, my mind refuses to remember, and then he's remembering. But we could say, well, he's confessing that in general, he's not remembering. But now, to make his point, he, of course, is remembering. And he is perhaps occasionally or rarely remembering. But he's also inviting us by a kind of indirect way. He's inviting us to remember. Who should we remember? Swarup Damodar Maharaj, Rupa Sanatana Goswami, Raghunath Dasa, Raghunath Bhatta, yes, Gopal Bhatta, and there's one more. Does he mention Jiva? Oh, he doesn't mention Jiva Goswami here. He mentions Swarup Damodar, but he doesn't mention Jiva Goswami. Okay. Well, it wouldn't fit in the line, I guess. He wants to include as many as he can. And he wants to include Swarup Damodar, who is not usually included with the Goswamis. Any idea why that might be? Swarup Damodar is not included with the 6 Goswamis. Any ideas? Wild guessing is permitted. Because the 6 Goswamis are the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. They spent much of their time, many, many years in Vrindavan, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had sent them there. But Swarup Damodar was not in Vrindavan. I don't know if he ever went to Vrindavan. In fact, I don't remember reading that Swarup Damodar went to Vrindavan. He was in Varanasi before he took shelter of Lord Chaitanya in Puri. But as far as I know, he simply stayed in Jagannath Puri all the time that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there. Anyway, it's interesting that he includes Swarup Damodar Goswami here, together with 5 of the Goswamis of Vrindavan. And then he says, I decline to make my residence. I reject to reside, to live in Vrindavan Dham, the abode of transcendental Chintamani gems. So he is making another confession here, which, well, now I have to confess, I don't remember the history. He does spend time in Vrindavan. His samadhi is in Vrindavan, isn't it? Somebody help me out here. So here he may be saying, I'm not staying in Vrindavan, like Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakura in his Vrindavan Mahimamrita. He is praising Vrindavan with super enthusiasm, and we might almost say fanaticism, to the point of saying anyone who comes to Vrindavan and then leaves Vrindavan is a total madman, is crazy. Why would you leave Vrindavan? Anyway, so I thought that verse is very striking. Sharup Sonatan Rupa Raghunatha Bhatta Juga Tahate Nohilo Moramati Dibya Chintamani Dam Vrindavana Henostan Shedam Na Koinu Vasati. I don't stay in Vrindavan. What's wrong with me? So then we come to, this is called Dainya Bodhika Prarthana, Narottama Thakura. It doesn't give a song number, but I guess it's the next one. And it begins, Hari Hari Kim or Karama Abhaga. Biphale jīvana gelo, doye, rohilo, śelo. Nāhi, bhelo, hari, anurāga. I think it's available, the text, those of you who have phones, online. Yeah, if you go to kksongs.org /songs, SONGS/H/Hari Hari 12.html. You found it? Hari Hari 12.
The link is in the WhatsApp group. The invitation.
It's in the WhatsApp group. That's easier. You found it? Okay. So, Hari Hari ki Mora Karama Abhaga. Biphale jīvana gelo, doye rohilo śelo, nāhi bhelo, Hari anurāga. Oh Lord Hari, everything I do is inauspicious. I have uselessly wasted my life and I have no love for you. It is as if my heart were pierced by a sharp javelin. Javelin, we decided was śelo. And but that's the second line. So ki more karama abhaga. So karama is one of these stretched out words. The word is karma in Sanskrit and also in Bengali. But to make it, to add a syllable for singing purposes, he makes it karama. Karama. Yeah. Ki Mora Karama Abhaga. And Mora, we mentioned last week, I think Mora is poetic Bengali for the possessive, first person possessive my, would otherwise be Amar. But somehow they like more, sweeter. And ki is a question word, or I think here it might be an exclamation. Oh, how abhaga, how inauspicious my life, my existence is. And then biphale, biphale jīvana gelo. Jīvan is life, and gelo is past tense of to go, so it's gone. And yeah, esha is coming, and gela is going. Past tense. What is it? Gachi, amigachi, I go. Present. Biphale, phala, what is phala? Phala. Fruit. Very good. And biphala is fruitless, exactly. It could be also like, I don't know, bad fruit, rotten fruit, maybe. But yeah, fruitless. So my life has gone useless, fruitless. Doye means in the heart. Rohilo, there has gone or there remains śelo. This a javelin. Javelin is you notice a javelin,
spear,
a big spear. Yeah. nāhi bhelo hari anurāga. He doesn't give any translation for that last line. There's no anurāga, there's no development of attachment for Hari. Bhelo, development, increase, I'm not sure. Then the second verse, jaggo, otherwise yajña in Sanskrit, jaggo, dāna, tīrtha-snāna, punno, karma, japa, dāna, japa, dhyāna, akāran, gelo, mohe. Bujhilām mohe heno upahas hoy jeno bastrahin abharana dehe. My Vedic sacrifices, charity, dāna, tīrtha-snāna, bathing in holy places of pilgrimage, pious deeds, punya karma, mantra chanting, japa, and meditation, dhyāna, are all useless and illusory. Akāran gelo, mohe. Mohe is illusory. Akāran is, I think, from karana, which would be cause, a cause. So without result. They've gone to illusion, maybe. Gelo, it's all a waste of time. In my heart, I know that without devotional service, these things are a joke. Like placing valuable ornaments on a naked body. Okay, bujhilām, I have understood, that's past tense, to understand, buj. Mohe heno, such mohe, let's see, mohe, okay, he's translating here as heart, mind, heart. So in such understanding, such, heno, upahas hoy jeno, upahas, it's a joke. Jeno, I think, is heno, jeno, such that it's such a joke. And hoy, it is boshtrohin. Now he gives the analogy, boshtrohin abharana dehe. It's like putting valuable ornaments, abharana, on a body, dehe, which is vastrahina, which is without clothes. It's interesting analogy. Somebody getting all dressed up with ornaments, but no clothes. I was just reading Nityananda Prabhu was sent by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from Puri back to Bengal to preach. He said, you should go to Bengal and preach. There's so many fallen souls who need your mercy. So he goes back to Bengal, and one place he goes to preach is a village of Suvarnik, of goldsmiths. And he makes them all devotees. And they want to serve him. So how can they serve him? They make gold ornaments for him. So, and he accepts them. Although he is supposedly a sannyasi at that time, later he marries. That's another story. But he's wearing he's wearing clothes. He's not naked, but he's wearing all these ornaments. And Vrindavan Das tells in the Chaitanya Bhagavata, that there was one Brahmin who was observing. He was there and he was seeing how Nityananda Prabhu was going here and there. And he was wearing all these fancy ornaments. And also he was chewing biphale. And biphale, what is biphale? Biphale. Huh?
Small nut.
It's a kind of nut, yeah, which is slightly intoxicating. Yeah. So Vaishnavas offer biphale to Krishna, but they don't take the remnants unless they're from the Radha-Vallabha Sampradaya. There's a temple in Vrindavan, beautiful temple, beautiful deity worship, beautiful deity. They offer biphale and they take the remnants. They take the biphale. I know because I visited there and they gave to me some. Now comes the true confession. Did I eat it? I think I did, because it would have been impolite not to at the time. Anyway, now that's going to get me in trouble. It's going to go all over the internet. So anyway, Nityananda Prabhu was going about, and this Brahmin was seeing this. And in his mind, he didn't say anything, but in his mind, he was thinking, this doesn't seem proper. He's a sannyasi. Sannyasis are supposed to live very austere life, supposed to wear very simple clothes. They don't wear any gold. But here's Nityananda, and he's wearing all of this. I mean, how am I supposed to think? Well, he was a humble, serious Vaishnava, and he seriously wanted his doubts cleared. So he went by foot from Navadvip. He went all the way to Puri just to ask Chaitanya Mahaprabhu how to think about this. He went to Puri and he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he spent some time there. And he waited because there are always devotees around, and he didn't want to, cause a disturbance. So he waited for a time when he could be alone with Mahaprabhu. And when he was alone, then he asked this question. He said, "Excuse me, Mahaprabhu, but I have this doubt." And he expressed his doubt, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu cleared his doubt. He said, "You have to understand, Nityananda Prabhu is no ordinary person. To think he is a great offense." And like that, he elaborates. So what made me think of that? Oh, yes, decorating a naked body. Ki vastrahin abharana dehe. What is it that he's comparing to decorating a naked body?
This process is without devotion and service.
Yes, yajña, dāna, tīrtha-snāna, punya, karma, japa, dhyāna. Doing all these nice Vedic activities, but without devotion, what is the point? There's no devotion in the heart. All of this is waste of time. Sadhu mukhe kotamrita shuniya bimala chitta nāhi bhelo rādhā-kr shototo asat shango shakali rohilo bango ki koribo aile shaman. Although again and again I heard the Shruti and Smriti scriptures declaring that one should take shelter of the Lord Hari's lotus feet in order to become fearless, I did not chant Krishna's name, and I did not meditate on his transcendental form. So sadhu mukhe, from the sadhu's mouths, katamrita, I heard this, all this nectar, shunya, having heard this, bimal chitta, my consciousness was bimal. Somebody else is speaking online. If we can turn off the microphones, then it won't be confusing. Okay, nāhi, bhelo, akāran. Let's see. I commit so many offenses, I do not become purified. Shatata asat Sanga. I continually associate with non-devotees. Shakali hoila bhanga. My spiritual advancement is broken. Bhanga. Bhanga means broken. Like we have the word tribhanga. Tribhanga is a description of who? Krishna, who is, when he stands and plays his flute, he often strikes a pose, which is called tribhanga. Shyamang tribhanga lalitam niyata prakasham. So bhanga can also mean bent, not just broken. Ki koribo aile shaman. He asks a rhetorical question. What will I do when death comes? So aile is, I think it's called, not subjunctive, but potential or something. Something will happen in the future. So aile will come. It's not exactly future tense, I think. Shaman means the end. Hare Krishna. Here comes Pankajchandra and Vijay Bihari. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There's still space up here if you want to come closer. But we do have amplification, but yes, we're actually, it's good if you come. You've come just in time, Vijay Bihari, to play mridanga. Not quite yet. We're not playing quite yet, but we're almost, yes. Yes, Hare Krishna. Yes, there's an asana there for you as well. Just waiting for you. Okay, here we are going through the verse. Shruti smriti shoda robe, shunyachi e shobe, haripada obai sharan, janama loya shuke, kishana bolinu, muke na korinu, sherupa bhavan. Although again and again I heard the Shruti and Smriti scriptures. Oh, I think I read the wrong translation of the first part. Although I sometimes hear the nectarian message of Godhead from the mouths of the devotees. Okay, that fits better to number 3. Sadhumukhe katamrita. Oh, Krishna. Because I commit so many offenses, aparadkaran, I do not become purified, right? Shunya bimal. Okay, bimal means purified. Shatata asat sanga, shakali hoilo bhanga. Yeah, we read that part. Okay, number 4. Although again and again I heard the Shruti and Smriti scriptures declaration that one should take shelter the Lord Hari's lotus feet in order to become fearless. Shruti smriti sada robe. Suniachi. Here I hear it. I think it's like ongoing hearing. E shobe haripara abhay sharan. So shelter gives fearlessness. I did not chant the Lord's name, Lord Krishna's name. So then I did not meditate on his transcendental form. Janamaloya suke Krishna bolinu muke. Oh, bolinu muke, na bolinu. I did not chant bolna muke from my mouth, in my mouth, right? Na korino narupa bhavan. And I did not meditate on his name, his transcendental form. And the last verse, Rupa Krishna duhum pai, tanu mon rahutai, ar dure jauk bashona, Narottama Dasa koi aro more nāhi bohe, tanu mana shampinu apona. I will now concentrate my mind on the lotus feet of Shri Radha and Krishna. Tanu man rahutai. I will keep Hare Krishna. Oh, Haribol, welcome. Shashini Shiva. Oh, it's a whole group. Hare Krishna, welcome. Sanga and careful, yeah. Adarya Chandrika, and wow, we have quite a full house now. Kirti Nandini and Yanish. Yes, Yanish. Welcome. Welcome, Yanish. I think there's, if anyone wants to not sit on the floor, we still have some little folding seats which are next to the books back there. Yanish, if you want.
Thank you. I'm going to do the floor. It's okay.
You like the floor?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think we need to do some more. Yeah, if anyone wants one of these. Everyone's being tough. I have to do some more shopping at the Ljubljana temple shop for more of these yoga asanas. Okay. Well, so Radha Krishna Duhumpai. Okay, let's kind of speed up here. Narottama Das says, now that I have fixed my mind on Sri Radha and Krishna, Aru more nāhi boy, there's no fear, boy. There's no more fear. Aru more nāhi boy, tanuman shampinu apona. Apana, I think it means myself. Shampinu, I'm, I guess, concentrated. I don't know. That's an interesting word. We are stumbling through the Bengali, which is a very sweet language. What do they say? I heard this saying about Bengali compared with Hindi. You may or may not agree with this. Bengali is soft on the outside, hard on the inside, and Hindi is hard on the outside, soft on the inside. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Is it true?
Yes.
our official Hindi speaker agrees with that, so it must be true. But Hindi can also be quite sweet, especially Braj Bhasha in Hindi, right? Of course. Okay, shall we try to sing this? Okay, we'll switch on musicians on, and we'll put that there, and put this here, and kartal. Yes, we have lots of different percussion instruments right behind you, Yuri. Yeah. And don't forget the mu-yi. The mu-yi. You don't know what is mu-yi? Just next to that seat on the ground, there's a little tray. Yes. You can, somebody can play the mu-yi. We have quite a group here, so it could be interesting. Hari Hari Ki Mora Karama Abhaga Hari Hari Ki Mora Karama. That's too low. Biphale jīvana gelo doye rohilo śelo biphale jīvana gelo doye rohilo śelo nāhi bhelo anurāga nāhi bhelo anurāga nāhi bhelo hari anurāga. Dāna tīrtha-snāna punya karma japa dhyāna japa akāran gelo mohe akāran gelo akāran gelo mohe. Bujhilām mohe upahasa Vastrahi Abhaga Vastrahi Abhaga Sadhu mukhe katamrita shuniya vimala chitta Sadhu mukhe katamrita shuniya vimala nāhi bhelo akāran nāhi bhelo Shatata asa Sanga Shakani Oilo Banga Sanga Shakani Kikaribo Aide Shama Hikaribo Aide Shama Smriti Sadhanasrama Shunyache Eshabe Shruti Smriti Sadhanasrama Shunyache Eshabe Haripada Abhaya Shara Bodhika Abhaya Loya Sukhe Krishna Bolino Mukhe Nakarinu Sherupa Baba Nakarinu Sherupa Baba Radha Krishna Daya Tanamana Rahutaya Radha Krishna Daya Tanamana Rahutaya Ardure jau vasana Ardure jau vasana Narottama Dasa Aro Mora nāhi Narottama Dasa Aro Mora nāhi Anu Mora Shampinu Abhaga Anu Mora Shampinu Abhaga Hari Hari Ki Mora Karama Abhaga Hari Hari Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Srila Narottama Das Thakura ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtana ki jai. Samaveta Bhaktarinda ki jai. Mora Premanande. Nice. Let's turn this fan right here, this fan up, so it's more air. We want air. We want air. Yes, that's good. Okay, that's good. Yes, but turn more for everyone else. There's another fan all the way back. You could plug it in and turn that on. And then that will help us breathe. So again, welcome everyone. Thank you all for coming. Those of you online and those of you here with us. We have quite a full house here today. Which is, I don't know, for me it's surprising because I think everyone would be at the beach. No. No, we want Krishna Katha, we want Hari Katha. Yes. Good. So yes, first thing I want to do now is ask Prema Sarovara, how is the weather? Because I read an article that there was huge flooding in the northeast of China, including north area around Beijing, which is, I guess you live more in the east of Beijing. Tell us.
Now the rain is over.
Rain
the
is
weather
over.
is
Okay.
Yes, the weather is good.
Weather is
only only the west region, the west part of Beijing is flooded.
Oh, so you have no problem where you are.
Yes, we have no problem.
Okay.
And the weather is okay now.
Okay.
Everything. Thank you so much for your concern, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah, well, when I read, I was wondering how is everyone doing? But also the temple, it's not supposed to be a temple, is in the northeast. Anyway,
Yes.
That's another story. Okay, so good to hear that things are going on peacefully. Next, we want to ask, rumor has it that Dhira Lalita wants to show us her garden. Is that true? Are you there? Yes, you're there. Are you going to show us your garden, Dhira Lalita?
Hare Krishna, dear Guru Maharaj, and everybody. Well, I have sent some photos and some short videos. They're all together 3 minutes and 15 seconds. I hope it won't be too boring. But those videos are just photographs put together, and it has this music which is not devotional music. It's only setting that I have on the phone. So please forgive that music after this transcendental mantra. And it will sound a little bit not really spiritual.
We can turn the volume down and just watch.
Yes, and our dear Dharma Gupta, he said he will play that for me. I sent him on WhatsApp.
Dear Lalita Mataji, would you like me to just share it without sound so you can comment a little bit, maybe?
Yes, you can do that.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
So, sorry we don't have a big projector here and a big screen to show all of you, but you can imagine, unless you have Zoom on your mobile phones. Yeah, I could, it's complicated. Maybe I could turn it around, but then I can't see.
Yeah. It's okay.
This project started.
Okay.
This project started 5 years ago, and when Guru Maharaj suggested, actually he suggested it 8 years ago, for me to do something with my garden, because I had a garden, but it wasn't really looked after. And 5 years ago, Jai Lakshman, my husband and I started working on the garden. And now we have a little garden. You will see flowers first, probably. Yes, those videos are made at the end of June. And this is I'm showing only flower garden for now. We have about 100 different varieties of flowers and herbs in our garden. I was counting it about 3 months ago or 4 months ago. And they're successfully growing in our garden. I hope it will play. Do I need to click on it? No. And
we don't see any changing. We only see these files.
Just give me a second, please.
Okay. So in the meantime, I just want to say a big thank you to Guru Maharaj for suggesting this, because gardening is really like a real help for the mind and the body, and great meditation on Krishna, on producing something. Actually, nature is producing. We're just sort of helping out a little bit, and then offering to Krishna. It's not playing yet. There it is. So it will go quite fast. You will see different flowers in the garden. That was in June. I see Jai Lakshman over there also, my husband, chanting. These are different Asian lilies that I like very much personally. Pollinators like them. And we have about 13 different types of roses, and they're all fragrant roses. And it's really delightful when you offer it to Krishna. There's some climbers as well. I will see some bushes. Some of the plants we planted for the wildlife, for the bees, and for pollinators, so they can also live happily. So these are just photographs. These are Asian lilies, which grow very, very easily and very good in the garden. These are very fragrant classic lilies, very, very hugely fragrant. This year they became like sort of giant. They grew so tall. It's very easy to grow also flowers if you don't have a garden in flower baskets. You just hang them anywhere. It's really easy. You just put seeds in, and then it's just nature does its own thing. They just grow. You just need to water it. take care of it a little bit. So this second video is also from June, and then the third video will be from the August. It's a couple of days ago, so you can see the difference. We are trying to plant plants now, like succession, to extend the season, so the flowers can flower all year round. And we do have plants that flower from January till May, also in winter time, and they're also very fragrant. See, this is little moth that's very it's a nocturnal pollinator. It pollinates at night, the plants, little butterfly. Some of the plants are wild, some of them are cultivated. We have different types of peppermint, different types of herbs that I usually harvest at the end of spring, and then I dry them and I use them for cooking at home. Many of these plants, at least about 30 of them, are given to me as a present from different devotees. So I remember those devotees when those plants are doing nice. Also, some of the flowers are very edible. Rose is one of them. So little violas you have, and nasturtiums, and so knowledge that we're gaining through growing the plants. It's seeing the nature through seasons, as Krishna had his pastimes in different seasons, especially in spring and the end of autumn. I'll just let you watch. This year, roses performed very, very beautifully. They're all very fragrant, and you can make also rose water with that. You can make tea from rose petals. Any rose is an edible rose, and they have calming effect. Of course, lavenders as well. So now there will be only this is a video that I made. This is echinacea, which is helpful in strengthening immune system. This is hydrangea, and the flower is blue. Very nice. That's lobelia. Behind it, it's thyme. The annual plants. These are dahlias. Now is the season for dahlias. And these are little snapdragons. That's borage. It has edible flowers. That's wild plant, but flowers has taste of cucumber. This is big tea rose from David Austin family, of one very famous grower of roses in England. Here are different types. We have fuchsia sphere. These are little alpines that can grow in rockery. This is very unusual for this viburnum to flower, because it flowers usually in January without the leaves, and it's flowering now. It's very unusual. The seasons are really changing. We're supposed to flower in January. Obviously, there are different types of geraniums. This is this gorgeous salvia that it's very fragrant. And also, you can plant salvias next to your crops, and because of their very strong fragrance, they protect your crops from the. This is echinops. You can see bees around on this echinops. The bees absolutely love it. It's also extending the season, because now it's August. Not many flowers are flowering. So this rose is supposed to flower in September. They usually flower first time in June and then in September, but now it's August, it's already flowering. So it shows the change of the climate. This is spearmint flowering first time, so I had to take a photo of that. This plant is called sweet pea, and flowers very has very great fragrance. It's a big bee resting on that flower. This is our wormery. This is our new not invention, but we are making our own compost now, and we have about 1,000 worms. We didn't give them the names because we wouldn't remember. They're our pets now.
What? You're not naming your worms?
No, because they all look the same.
They all look. Okay, very good. Wow. Bravo.
I can't really take the credit. It's just the nature, and Guru Maharaj's encouragement.
Well, and whose nature is it? It's Krishna's nature.
It's Krishna's nature. Yes, Guru Maharaj. Yes. There are also a couple of more photographs, Dharma Gopa Prabhu, that I would like to show from other garden, which, yes, that's one. Yes, thank you. You can just show the other one until we come to the vegetable garden. This is a June photograph from June. You can see clematis, sweet pea, and I forgot, verbena is called, I forgot the name, and the little phlox, this white flower that smells very nice. We also started our vegetable garden, and on the 20 square meters, we planted 10 different types of vegetables, and we harvested yesterday quite a lot, and I just make photo of that just to show you and inspire you. Maybe if you want to grow anything in your garden, you can. It's a great joy. The Dharma Gopa Prabhu will show this photo with vegetable garden. I apologize that I'm not technical, so I'm always bothering my younger God siblings to help me out.
So, Dharma Gupta, are you there?
Oh, there
Okay.
it is.
Potatoes, tomatoes.
Yes. Potatoes, tomatoes, beans. Yes. Oh, thank you so much, Dharma Gopa Prabhu. Beans. We have 2 little pumpkins growing as well. These are aubergine, different type. Yeah. So we are very happy. It's only 20 square meters, but somehow you just put seed in or plant in and they grow. Really.
Yeah. Amazing what comes out of the earth, out of Bhumi Devi. Oh, there's more.
Yes. This is the last of it. The last photo. That's from 2 days ago. I took a photo of this tree very much because you like this tree very much in our garden. Fine tree.
Okay. Very good. Thank you. That's very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing what Bhumi Devi produces. What were we? I was reading some weeks ago. There are over 7,000 different edible plants known in the world. Edible means can actually be used for nourishment, but only 400 and something are actually used in the world. There's so much more. And of course the flowers are amazing. if you think about it, how is it that let's say 1 square meter of land, out of that same 1 square meter can come any number of different plants with any number of completely different flowers with completely different colors. And it's all coming from the same earth. That's cool, no? I think that's cool. Okay. Thank you. That's nice. This is a nice summer meditation. We have the beginnings of a garden here. We don't have much to show, except some good intentions. But we do have what I like to call my new japa retreat center, which is, well, it's a little bit small, so not so many people can fit in the japa retreat center at the same time. Maybe one after another in series. And it's specially designed for quick escape. Yeah, in case one gets so inspired from chanting japa, you just feel like, wow, now I have to do some service and I can't wait. So then you just open up the door and you come on the little balcony and then you can slide down the slide and you can run to do some service. Yeah, it's a very, very practical japa retreat center. So we're gonna see what we can organize for japa retreats in that japa retreat center. Okay, good. Anyone else have anything to show and or tell? Either any of you online or any of you here in the room.
No, Maharaj, I think Anandamayi Mataji, she has.
Who?
Anandamayi Mataji.
Oh,
Anandamayi Mataji.
yes. We don't hear you. Although your microphone is on, somehow we don't hear.
Mataji, can you please unplug your headset? Can you try without headset if you can? No, just unplug from the so it might be better.
Hare Krishna. It's better.
Yes, now we can hear you.
Okay. So Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, and devotees.
There's an echo.
Now it's the echo.
Maybe someone else has their sound, their microphone on. Okay, go ahead. No, still echo. I don't know what the cause could be.
No, it's okay.
Is it okay now? Yes. Yes, please.
Now it's okay. So I have a short presentation. It is about 10 minutes talking about Vaishnava etiquette, some introduction to it. So if I can share the screen, it will be okay. Dharmagupta Prabhu, can I share the screen?
Sure, you can share it.
Thank you. This is it. Going on. So, Sadachara or Vaishnava etiquette is a very broad topic. There are many rules and regulations we should know and follow. But I want to present only some introduction to it, just to have some glimpse of it. I was teaching this many years ago, and I like to come back to this because I like come back time to time after some time because it shows more aspects of it. It looks like a flat thing, but actually it has many layers. And it is not only external behavior, but also internal transformation of the soul. It's not only niyama agraha, but something more. So Lord Chaitanya and his associates are talking about Vaishnava etiquette or Sadachara, and we are the followers of it, of this branch he gave us. So I like to briefly explain something, give some idea, some inspiration maybe. Here we have the painting of Lord Chaitanya, who is talking about Krishna's pastimes, and they are manifesting simultaneously, all of them in one place. So I will start my presentation from the quotation of Srila Prabhupada. In Krishna consciousness, every man is so important because all the activities of a devotee of Lord Krishna are beneficial to all living entities. And here we have Chaitanya tree, and there are many devotees included on this Chaitanya tree. And they are showing the mission, cooperation. So this is like one organism actually. And this is the integrity in diversity and also appreciation, because we can appreciate each other in this service, in this mission. So here, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, the first class Vaishnava is he whose very presence makes others chant the holy name of Krishna. So this is the message of Lord Chaitanya to us, a proper way to present ourselves to the society, our society, and to all around. So here is some example in which we can follow a nice assembly of devotees with Lord Chaitanya, and it will be nice to be the part of this association. Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita 2:54, he's asking Krishna how such persons look, how they walk, how they speak, etc. And we know that the behavior of such persons shows the level of advancement of a devotee. Here is, I don't know if you see, this is Rupa Goswami from Antya Lila. He's glorifying Haridas Thakur. Achara Prachara Namara Karahadui Karya Tumi Sarva Guru Tumi Jagatera Arya. You simultaneously perform both duties in relation to the holy name by your personal behavior and by your preaching. Therefore, you are the spiritual master of the entire world, for you are the most advanced devotee in the world. So we have a very good example of one of the associates of Lord Chaitanya, Haridas Thakur, was chanting almost all the time, showing the example. So they exemplary personalities for us. The importance of Vaishnava etiquette also shows Lord Nityananda. Although he was very merciful to the most fallen souls like Jagai and Madai, but at the same time he was very strict. He kills the pride of those on the Vyasas who do not respect him. So it's a very strong example. Here is another point where Lord Chaitanya glorifies Sanatana Goswami. There is the quotation that it is the characteristic of a devotee to observe and protect Vaishnava etiquette. Maintenance of the Vaishnava etiquette is the ornament of a devotee. So it is not only observance of this etiquette, but also protection of it. Very important. So these are the teaching of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his close associates. And here we have probably Sanatana Goswami and Lord Chaitanya, and his submission to Lord Chaitanya, his surrender. And we sang this. We have this song Gauranga Karuna Koro, and there is this Dantatrina Dahi, Dantatrina Dan Pari, holding the grass between the teeth. So we cannot imagine even this culture, Vaishnava culture, how it works actually, how it was at that time of Lord Chaitanya. The next point is Hari Bhakti Vilasa. This is important book also for Vaishnava etiquette by Sanatana Goswami and Gopal Bhatta Goswami. And since nothing can be successful without sadachara or etiquette, every action should be performed with proper etiquette. We must act according to proper etiquette. The heart of a saintly person is free from contamination. The way a saintly person acts is known as sadachara. So here the points are made, and there's the point of freedom from contamination, of clean heart. And this leads us to the next point, which is Cheto Darpana Marjanam, which we know when Lord Chaitanya is showing the example, the best example of cleaning Gundicha Mandir. And we can say that the energy is has the nature of sticking in. There's the stagnation where the places are not clean. So energy sticks to that places and it creates some kind of bad energy. So it is good to move such energy all the time. This is like going higher from ignorance to karma yoga, to work, to be active. And also it brings the point of purifying our heart from, this is the connection, the analogy. Cleaning outside, external world, and cleaning this also our hearts from the dust, from ignorance. And here Srila Prabhupada, this is the quotation, the purport of Srila Prabhupada from Srimad Bhagavatam, where he's saying that the principles of religion do not stand on the same dogma as man-made formulas, but they stand on 4 primary regulative observances, namely austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truthfulness. Cleanliness is necessary both for the mind and for the body. Simply bodily cleanliness may help to some extent, but cleanliness of the mind is necessary, and it is effected by glorifying the Supreme Lord. No one can cleanse the accumulated mental dust without glorifying the Supreme Lord. So here we had before the example of Haridas Thakur, who was showing example of glorifying the Lord constantly. We have also prayers, songs of great Vaishnavas, and this is the way to purify this, the example. So Srila Prabhupada gave us this way adopted from the chain of the cyclic succession, and now we are here, and there's our responsibility to take this message and to carry it to others also. And there is the last quotation. Actually, what is our aim? Our aim is to create men of ideal character. And so this is my short, some kind of introduction to Vaishnava etiquette, some idea, maybe for inspiration. So thank you for your attention. It was quick. And I have one question for Guru Maharaj, if I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember you were designated to rise standards in ISKCON. Could you please say something about this?
That okay, that was in relation to the celebration in 1996 of the centennial, the 100 years since Srila Prabhupada's appearance in 1896. So in 1996, there were so many things were being, organized, and they had this. How was it? It was they had 9 different petals, as I remember, and why me? I don't know, but somehow I was asked to sort of lead this one of the 9 projects, and that one was raising of spiritual standards. And all I remember that we managed to actually do was we produced a poster. It was quite a nice poster. It had this letter from Srila Prabhupada, handwritten, which he had written in New York very early on, giving the basic rules for practicing devotional service. There were the 4 regulative principles, and there was chant Hare Krishna, and there's a letter. You can see that letter. It was handwritten, hand signed by Srila Prabhupada. So we kind of copied that, and it came into the poster, and then we had photos of Srila Prabhupada doing the various activities of devotional life. And we promoted that poster that was distributed around ISKCON. Anyone here remember that poster?
No.
It was before your time. Somebody still has a copy of that poster. Where did I see it? Somebody has it. Anyway, so that was just a kind of one-off thing that I was put in charge at that time. So it's not that I'm carrying that same program. It was around about that time. That was 96. My memory is pretty fuzzy. I guess I had been the GBC minister for deity worship. Yes. Yeah, I went back to school in 95, so I was still the minister in 96, and then at some point I handed that ministry over to Nrsimha Kavacha Prabhu. Anyway, yeah, what happened to that? Well, we don't have a ministry of raising spiritual standards, I guess. Maybe there should be a ministry, but maybe someone younger and more energetic could take it up than myself. Although I would be happy to give some advice if wanted. Okay, thank you for that introduction to Vaishnavachar. I just now came across this verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is Adi Lila chapter 6, verse 41. Lokike lilate dharma marjada rakan stuti bhakti korin tara charana vandan. To maintain the proper etiquette for the principles of religion, Lord Chaitanya bows down at the lotus feet of Sri Advaita Acharya with reverential prayers and devotion. So Advaita Acharya is especially associated with propriety. You know the word propriety? Acting properly, acting appropriately. Maryada Maryada means something like boundary. So Krishna is sometimes called Lila Purushottama, whereas Lord Rama is called Maryada Purushottama. And this is the month of Purushottama for another how many days?
16 till Wednesday.
Till Wednesday. Yeah, this should be mentioned. This is Maryada Purushottama. This is Purushottama Mas. And Maryada Purushottama refers to who? Lord Ramachandra. But Advaita Acharya is also associated with Maryada Dharma. Here it's called, it says Lokika Lilate. In his popular pastimes, Dharma Maryada Rakshana. He is protecting, well, it's referring to Lord Chaitanya doing so, but because it's Advaita Acharya who is he's the model Acharya for such matters. So Dharma Maryada Rakshana. What means Rakshana? Protection, yes. So yes, so we can remember Advaita Acharya and we can pray to Advaita Acharya to have the right sense of what to say, what not to say, when to say, what to do, what not to do, when to do. Everything related to Vaishnava Achara. As we engage also in Vichara. What is Vichara? Vichara. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Koroho Vichar. Vichar Korile Chitte Pave Chamatkar. What means chamatkar? You know it, chamatkar. What means?
You do some magical.
Something magical, something wonderful, something amazing, right? Yeah, so Krishnadas Kaviraj says, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Doya, the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, Koroha Vichar, think about it, reflect about it. Prabhupada translates it as apply your logic, your reason and logic. vichar korile, if you do this, if you think about Lord Chaitanya's doya, his mercy, vichar korile, chitte pabe chamatkar, then your chitta, your mind, your heart, your consciousness, pabe, will get chamatkar, will get amazed. So the word vichara means to think about, reflect, to contemplate. We may want to say, there's technical terms for different things, but generally, so there's achara, there's vichara, and there's a third one that we sometimes link with these two. Prachar. Yes. What is prachar? Preach. Yes. To extend out the activity of Krishna consciousness. Yes.
It is going on now.
Which is going on as we speak. Yes. Okay.
Suchara is not nothing.
Suchara?
Yes.
Suchara, well, suchara means very good activity. Yes. Suchara.
So the root chara means activity.
Chara, yes. Chara has the sense of moving. So we have charana, is going. It refers to the feet of those who are respected. That's charana. Charita, Chaitanya Charita is the activities. Chaitanya Charita Amrita, the nectar activities of Chaitanya. So all of those are related. Charana. Achara is, and then we have the word acharya. An acharya is a person who does what?
Teaching.
Live as an example.
Yeah, you could say acharya because I think it is gerandive, so one whose example can be followed. Could be a kind of literal translation. One whose activity, one whose behavior is followable. It's followable. Yeah, something like that. Right. Okay.
What is the difference between char and karma? It's similar, no? Because we have akarma, vikarma,
Yeah.
we have achar, vichar,
The question is coming. Please remind me of your good name.
kavikarnapura.
Yes, Kavikarnapura. Kavikarnapura Prabhu is asking if there's a connection between chara and karma, charana. Not so direct. The sense of them is a bit different. Karma has more the sense of doing or making. And that's why we get the sense that if you do something, as karma, there's going to be some effect, there's going to be some result of that. Charana is just moving. Go charana is a field for cows. I think it's, in a sense, a more neutral word. Karma originally had to do with ritual, performance of rituals was karma. To do it properly was to do a ritual properly was to do it in such a way it brings the intended result. So that idea of karma is there. Yeah. So, Krishna, Krishna. Well, our time is flying by and we hardly get to our subject of the mystery canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto. What were we reading? We've been reading chapter 17 about the amazing descent of the Ganga. And whether or not I'll get there, I don't know, because I want to chant verses from Sri Krishna Lila Stava of Srila Sanatana Goswami, near the end of his 108 obeisances with praises of Krishna in the vocative case. He's always addressing Krishna by his numerous pastimes, and at the same time telling the story of Krishna Lila. Then, toward the end, he offers obeisance to Srimad Bhagavatam with 5 verses. He says, do you want to hear what he says? He says, Sarva Shastrabdi Piyusha Sarva Vedaika Satpala Sarva Siddhanta Ratnadya Sarva Lokaika Drikprada. O nectar from the ocean of all scriptures, singular fruit of all the Vedas, rich mine of the precious gems of all conclusive truths. You are the only giver of sight to all the worlds. Sarvalokaika Drik Prada. And then Sarva Bhagavata Prana Srimad Bhagavata Prabho Kali Dvanto Ditaditya Shri Krishna Parivartita. O life air of all the Supreme Lord's devotees, O Master Srimad Bhagavatam, you are the sun risen in the darkness of Kali. You are the exact image of Sri Krishna. Wow. Paramananda Padaya Prema Varsyaksharayate Sarvada Sarvasevyaya Sri Krishnaya Namostute. I bow down to you, who are supremely blissful to read. Your every syllable pours down a flood of prema. You can always be served by everyone. You are Sri Krishna himself. And then he says, Madeka bando matsangin matkuro man mahadana manistaraka matbhagya mat ananda namostute. My only friend, my constant companion, my spiritual master, my great wealth, my savior, my good fortune, my source of ecstasy. I bow down to you. Madeka Bando, Matsangin, Matkuro, Man Mahadana, Man Nistaraka, Matbhagya, Mat Ananda, Namostute. And then he says, finally, Asadu Saduta Dayin, Ati Nichochata Kara. Ha na muncha kadachin mang prem na hrit kantayo spura. O bestower of saintliness to the unsaintly, O exalter of the most fallen, please never leave me. Always appear in my heart and my voice with pure love. So it's nice. It's all prayers to the Bhagavatam. These are verses 412 through 416 of Sri Krishna Lila Stava. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Now we have a few minutes so we can read a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. And what I want to read is a verse which you may know. Let's see now, commentary. Yes, here we go. This is from chapter 18 of Canto 5. So, Shukadeva Goswami, after describing the descent of the Ganga, he begins to describe the residence of Jambudvip, of the different Varshas, and including Shiva, who is in Ilavrita Varsha, surrounded by women. He's the only male in Ilavrita Varsha. Anyway, all of that is described. And then other Varshas are described, are mentioned, in which the leaders, the heads of these Varshas, are offering prayers to the Lord. And in one of the Varshas, which Varsha is this? I think it's Hari Varsha. We have Prahlad and devotees offering prayers to Nrsimhadev. Verse number 8. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya Namaste Tejase Abhir Bhava Vajranaka Vajradangshtra Karma Shayan Randhaya Tamo Grasa Om Swaha Abhayam Atmani Bhuishta Om Shraum. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Lord Nrsingadeva, the source of all power. O my Lord, who possesses nails and teeth just like thunderbolts, kindly vanquish our demon-like desires for fruitive activities in this material world. Karma shayan, randhaya. So who would like to vanquish the tendency for the demoniac desires to be, this is in the word for word, the demoniac desires to be happy by material activities? Who would like to do this? Only one of you. Okay, a few of you. But hesitantly, you're not so sure you want to get rid of this. Well, if you decide, I want to be free of this, then what can you do? You can call out to Nrsingadev, Randhaya, Randhaya. Randhaya, Randhaya. There we go. And what if you want to get rid of ignorance in the material world? What can you say? You can say, Tamo grasa grasa. Tamo grasa grasa. Ah, okay. I just now remembered that I forgot to turn off. Anyway, it's too late. Turn off the this to fix the sound. Okay, then he says, please appear in our hearts and drive away our ignorance, so that by your mercy we may become fearless in the struggle for existence in this material world. Who would like to become fearless in this world? Everybody raises their hand. Abhayam abhayam atmani bhuishta om shraum. Okay, now a bit of commentary from some of our commentaries. Viraragava Acharya says, he, the Lord, is the most shining of all luminaries. He is not illuminated by any other light. Your nails and teeth are as sharp and strong as the diamond. Burn up our karma ashayans, our material desires. So he's explaining Randhaya. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura explains Randhaya means burn them down. And be present in my mind so that I will have no fear. Okay. The next verse is also very nice. Swastyastu vishwasya kala prasidatam yayantu bhutani shivamatodyaha manascha badram bhajatad adhokshaje aveshyatam no matir api ahaituki. May there be good fortune throughout the universe, and may all envious persons be pacified. And famously, Srila Prabhupada writes in the word for word, kala, the envious, in parentheses, almost everyone. May all living entities become calm by practicing bhakti yoga, for by accepting devotional service, they will think of each other's welfare. Mitaha diyaha, by their intelligence, each other, thinking of each other. Therefore, let us all engage in the service of the Supreme Transcendence, Lord Sri Krishna, and always remain absorbed in thought of him. Now, Sridhar Swami has an interesting comment to this. You want to hear what he says? He says, if the welfare of the world is prayed for, the welfare of the wicked is also as good as prayed for. So he's saying if we are praying for the welfare of the world, that's including everyone. So that means the wicked, they're also being prayed for. But that does not happen without harming the good, you may say. So that doubt could be there. Well, if I pray for their welfare, the wicked people are going to take advantage, right? And they're going to make more trouble for those who are good, for those who are pious. So Sridhar Swami is addressing that. He says, so it is said, let even the wicked become propitious. Propitious means good. Let them shed their cruelty. Let them give up their cruelty. And let all animals wish good only for others. All animals. That's what he says. Let their minds become tranquil. Let our minds and the minds of all other humans and creatures be devoid of desire. Interesting. Let's see, how does he say that in the Sanskrit? Kraurya tyajatu, let them give up cruelty. Bhutani cha mitaha, and living entities, bhutani. Shivameva dhyayantu, let them meditate on Shiva. Doesn't mean meditate on Shiva. It means Shivam, means auspiciousness. Let them meditate on auspiciousness. Tesham manascha badram upashama adikam bhajatu. Naha asmakam api matir api shabdat. Matir, oh, he's explaining one word. Bhutanam cha matir ahaituki nishkama sati. He's saying, let the bhutas, let the living entities, in their mind, let their minds, ahaituki, become devoid of desire. Ahaituki. Ahaituki bhakti is what we aspire to practice. And he's saying, Kshetra Swami is saying that Prahlad Maharaj is praying, let also all of the animals, let everyone be engaged in devotional service. Why not? That's what you'd call broad-mindedness. Thinking of everyone. Swastyastu vishvasya. Swasti, auspiciousness. Astu, let there be. Vishvasya, of the entire universe. So it's interesting, you can take this with you, that this doubt that Kshetra Swami is raising, and then he is dispelling with the verse. He's quoting the verse. He's saying, no, let even the wicked become propitious. Let them become good. Yeah. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. That was a 10-minute Srimad Bhagavatam lecture. So we will end there, and I have to then wish you all the best for 2 weeks, because next Saturday I'm going to be busy. Next Saturday I'll be in Dubrovnik at the Dubrovnik International Conference on the Sanskrit Epics and Puranas.
Jai.
Jai. So I will say thanks to all of you for joining us, even on this nice summer day. Many of you who are not online because you are here with us in the room, tolerating the heat. And all of you who have joined online, thank you so much, including our translator, Dainya. He's been patiently translating. And all of you, I wish you a wonderful this week and next week. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Vaishnava-vrinda ki jai.
Jai. Jai.
Bhakta-vrinda ki jai.
Jai.
Premanande.
Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Mara ki jai.
Maharaj,
Krishna ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Hare